David Benavidez versus David Morrell, January 25th in Las Vegas. Rumor is Pitbull and Ryo rematch will be on the undercard. This is the fight people have been asking for. People said David Benavidez was running from David Morrell. And this is a good fight. And some boxing experts think David Morrell can hand David Benavidez his first loss. And like I said, I love this fight. But will David Benavidez get full credit for beating a Dave Morrell? There's already boxing experts, boxing fans, content creators already saying they wouldn't give David Benavidez full credit for beating a David Morrell. But they're picking David Morrell to beat David Benavidez. Make that make sense. People used to say David Benavidez is running from David Morrell. But if he beats him, you're not going to give him full credit. You're going to pull out he only had 11 fight card like you did with Terence Crawford and Madrimov. This is what the haters will say. This is what the Canelo fanatics will say, that he beat a guy with 11 fights who was very green, but yet people will contradict themselves and say this is a 50-50 fight. Or they would say that Morrell has a style to beat Benavidez. He's a better boxer than Benavidez. I have no problem with that. But if David Benavidez wins, give him full credit. If Morrell's the better boxer and Benavidez beats him, I'm giving him full credit. He beat a guy who was supposed to be better than him to some people, and he comes out with the victory. I would give Canelo credit for beating Terence Crawford, even though Terence Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes. He asked for the smoke, and if Canelo knocks him out, Canelo deserves all the credit in the world. And I feel the same way with Benavidez versus Morrell. I haven't picked a winner yet, but what I'm saying is, if some people are picking Morrell to win, they say it's a 50-50 fight. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, it's a 50-50 fight. And if Benavidez beats him, and he beats him handily, you can't say, well, he's too green, he wasn't ready, he only had 11 fights. It doesn't work that way. I will reiterate, I think this is a good fight, and the best man will win January 25th. Regardless of what records, how many fights they had, people are viewing this as a 50-50 fight. So I'm viewing this as a 50-50 fight, like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was supposed to be a 50-50 fight, but it ended up being a slaughter. Hopefully this time around, we get a very competitive fight. One thing I do like about this, and it stands out, is these guys are doing it like the old school. They're fighting in their 20s. So if this fight turns out like everybody thinks it does, we could be looking at a possible trilogy. And I commend Benavidez and Morrell for taking this fight in their prime instead of letting the fight marinate like they do these days. As far as the Dmitry Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev fight, here's my prediction. It was hard for me to pick, but I went against Dmitry Bivol before, and I'm not going to do it again. So I'm going to pick Dmitry Bivol by unanimous decision over Beterbiev in a barn burner. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Give me your predictions on the fight. Also, what do you think about the Morrell-Benavidez fight on January 25th? Jay Beezy, I'm gone.